It has been a while, my friends. I am so sorry that, well, life got the best of me, and yeah, it's been several months since I've did any turning, any videos, anything like that. I deeply apologize to everybody who's been following me, but I'm back. I'm going to try to get out at least one video a week. I am working full-time again, doing pest control, so I'm out in the Arizona heat, and right now it's starting to get about 105 degrees Fahrenheit every day, and it's just going to start getting hotter, so it's harder for me to get out into the shop until like the weekend. So I'm hoping to be able to get at least one video out. Today's video, we're going to be doing something I have never done before. I've been commissioned to make buttons. She sent me this sample. She's like, I would like them to be about 2 inches wide, but instead of 4 holes, she just wants 2. She's a seamstress friend of mine. I told her that I've never made them before and it would take me a little bit. She's given me the summer to do it because she's not really in her peak season until about August, so I'm got plenty of time, but I figured I'd start working on them now because she wants a couple of dozen different woods and stuff like that. So today we're going to be working with mesquite. It is a quarter of this bad boy right here. I sawed it in half. Then I took the other one and sawed it in half. This one has a little bit too many checks on the end that kind of go deep. Couple of decent cracks. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be working on. So let's get to it. Found some bug holes, some tracks. I hate these things. You think you got a pretty good piece of wood, then next thing you know, you find these guys. Oh well, let's move on. Lo and behold, I got myself a new skew and been kind of practicing on it. It's a 3/4 inch Carter & Sons, and I absolutely love this skew. It brought my skew work to a whole new level. It is a wonderful piece of steel. I did bite the bullet and went ahead and ground it down to the angle and the shape that I like, because I didn't like the rounded over. So I went ahead and made it straight because that's what I was used to, and I'm glad I did it, and so much nicer now. after finding the second or third set of bug tracks, I realized that it was starting to get to where I needed the size to be. I did go slightly smaller, but then I realized, I could get at least half of this, so I marked it and then brought the other half to about 1.5 inches, and I figured she wanted a variety, so I'll do some 1.5 inch size buttons so I can try to get rid of that those bug tracks that were right there. Here I am just marking down what 1.5 is so I could bring down the rest of it. This is so far the fanciest stuff I've done with my skew. Still learning, but hey, it's a lot of fun. Something I realized with my practice piece I did earlier was if you pre-sand at least as much as you can, since there's a little stem in the middle still holding all those pieces together, that if you can pre-sand and get the outer and most of the inside kind of round over the corner so they're not so sharp, makes things a lot easier. Instead of doing one piece at a time, makes it a lot easier. So here I am. Should have changed camera angles for this. Hopefully you can see, but I'm marking off about 1/2 inch on the centerpiece and just making that little, I don't know what you call it, little bowl shape in the middle. I tried using my little carbide cutter right around now-ish, yeah, right there, and realized it was cutting it a little too deep, so I just kind of used my 1/4 inch spindle gouge, rounded that over a little bit, and then just took care of the rest of it with sandpaper. Came out really nice. I decided to go ahead and just hand drill this. It doesn't need to go very deep, so using my little hand drill device I got, really it's like the second time I've ever used it, but it came in really handy. Like I said, it doesn't need to go super deep because I don't want to go all the way through. Just doing it for that one button. Once I get that parted off, I'm going to go ahead and clear up the holes a little bit, little hand sanding. There is a little tiny nub, whatever, just going with the grain and using a chisel. Knock that off, a little bit of hand sanding. Doesn't take a whole lot, but it came out really nice. So this is my wire hook on a stick, just to be able to hook that button on the end, and I am just going to literally drop it into my Danish oil. Just a little easier, let it really soak in. Pushing it down. Now I'm trying to figure out how to fish it back out. But this was actually a pretty effective method to really get that wood to soak in that Danish oil. Now I'm just gonna push it through and let it sit on top of that wire so it drips down. And then we'll wipe it off with a paper towel in a second. Alright guys, we just finished up the button. As you can tell, I only did one for this demo purposes, but here it is. This is the mesquite. Trying to get the right lighting here. So I've been commissioned to make these. Got it to just slightly under 2 inches. She wanted them right around 2 inches, but if you look, it's just ever so slightly smaller. Probably can't even tell. It's just a hair's breadth smaller than. No, don't have that camera on. Okay, so just a hair's breadth smaller than what the sample, but I believe this is going to be good enough. She said she wanted it just like that one, but in different woods, different colors. So we're going to do a few in mesquite, then we're going to do a few in some plain wood and do some dye or color of some sort. But I've never done a button. We finished it, we did it. I think it looks good. I got the wife's approval, so it looks really good. All I did was just soak it in the Danish oil. Really good, then wiped it off. I might do it again, but I'm pretty sure this is all I'm going to do. I might throw a little bit of lacquer on it as just to give it a little bit more durability once this is like completely cured, because I got a couple of dozen to do, so I'll just let this sit. But more than likely this is all I'm going to do because it looks fabulous. Yeah, that's a little better. Came out absolutely gorgeous. Little rough on the backside, but it's the backside, and I know how she's going to be using it, and it will be up against the cloth on the back. I'll show it to her. If she doesn't like it, I'll come back and do a little bit more sanding and bring that back down. But here it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Sometimes you just have to say yes and just figure it out. I've never turned a button before. I said yes, I could do it, but she's a friend of mine, and I told her I've never done it. It might take me a little bit. She gave me some time, and I'm glad she did, because something this small, I ended up putting a lot more thought into it than I actually thought I would need to. So have a great one. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you soon. Keep turning.